bevel these edges real quick and then weld something to it and see how much better your welds come out. I'm Weston Hoyker and I teach Maritime Welding. We do a lot of welding, but we also talk about the maritime industry, which is an industry that has really built Seattle. And then from this corner to that, on top on the bow side, we go through navigation, we do hydraulics, pneumatics, electronics. Anything that happens to do with the maritime industry is what we're really talking about. That way we get people interested in it, understanding that welding is not just on the land, it's also in the water and on the sea.
I think I heard about maritime welding first when I took a metals course here. I had like a 1-period elective, and I saw on the board that there was a welding class, and I asked about it.
I personally want to be an underwater welder when I grow up, and maritime welding is like a really good first step.
I would personally flip this to the other side and cut that way. Welding kind of falls into so many different categories. And that's one thing Core Plus does really well is focus on the maritime. We do a lot of stuff with manufacturers that are in maritime. And so the students get to see that, they get to be a part of it.
It focuses a lot on boats, and they not only the welding part, but it teaches how the boats float, how they're being built, the different techniques that's needed.
I like the feeling of making something that feels really solid. When I'm welding, I feel like it's kind of an intense process. You have a lot of protection on and you're melting metal, it's extremely hot, it's kind of dangerous, but when you have your hood on and you're welding and you create something and you're like, wow, this is really solid, this is something that someone could use.
Try to keep up with state-of-the-art technology, so horizontal bandsaws, new grinders, battery-operated equipment, as well as just tools that students may or may not see in the field. I would cope it and then kind of mix it all together. Industry standard is what everyone's looking for. So we have a lot of multi-process welders, so ones that will do wire feed, solid and flux core, stick welding, or shielded metal arc welding.
I'm learning how to do aluminum welding and a lot of the welding processes, and doing some trade math and measurements.
I really did not think there was any use to math at all until I took the class, and I was like, this makes sense. I actually needed to learn this because I'm using it in real time. Having to actually use it to do something or make something, it gives it more purpose than just knowing how to do it.
Weld another tab down here and on that side, and then pull it kind of corner to corner. One of the fun things that we get to do is actually build a boat. So we work through how to do that and what that process looks like. And that's a huge industry as well. I mean, we're building boats left and right every single day. And even in Washington, we're building new ferries, new cargo ships, new dry docks, and it's just an industry that's hurting for people, so this was a way to get more people excited about it. This is not just going to go together like anything else we've built before.
Right now we're building an aluminum boat out of a kit.
Once you get it kind of tacked, then you put the bow piece in to add more strength.
Right now we are pulling together the bottom of the boat and trying to tack that together. Part of the project, we have to tack it in place and we have to bend it with ratchet straps and clamps so that it holds shape.
I think I've definitely learned a lot of welding techniques. I've definitely learned how to problem solve and get things more done on my own.
Best part, probably just the experience, and people are great too. The experience, you learn so much. I've probably learned in this program more than I've learned all of my freshman year. So honestly, it's just a great learning experience.
One of the benefits we've been working on, and this is something the Core Plus has been really doing, is finding preferred employers. So people that are always willing to at least interview graduates of the program. There's a ton of entry-level jobs. The Washington State Ferries is always hiring. The shipyards are always hiring. Students don't need to have experience in welding. It helps so they can move up the ladder faster and get better jobs, better raises. This gets them kind of their foot in the door.
You're always experimenting and trying new things. There's so many different ways that you can create the welds, and there's so many different ways that you can manipulate the weld, and it's always a learning experience.
I feel for me, taking classes in a classroom, sitting down, doing computer work all day, it's not really my thing. And here it's you have the opportunity to work more with your hands and actually be involved in what you're doing, and you just make more use of the things that you've learned. Algebra, we use it quite a bit here for measurements and stuff like that. So I feel you're actually applying what you learn in school here, and that's just what makes the class a lot more interesting.